Welcome. In this video, we are going to master the derivative of inverse functions. This is a fundamental topic in calculus that allows us to differentiate functions like logarithms and inverse trigonometric functions without needing new limit definitions. We will focus on understanding the general formula and the geometry behind it. First, let's recall what an inverse function actually is. An inverse function, denoted as f inverse of x, essentially undoes the action of the original function f of x geometrically. This relationship is stunningly simple. The graph of the inverse is just a reflection of the original function across the diagonal line y equals x if a point a, b exists on the original function, the point b, exists on the inverse. Now, think about what this reflection means for the slope. Slope is the change in y divided by the change in x when we reflect across the line y equals x. We are swapping the x and y coordinates. This means the rise becomes the run, and the run becomes the rise. Consequently, the slope of the inverse function is the reciprocal of the slope of the original function. To derive the formula formally, we start with the basic definition of an inverse function. If you take a value x, apply the inverse function, and then apply the original function f to that result, you must get back to your starting value, x. This gives us the identity equation, f of f inverse of x equals x. Now, we will differentiate both sides of this equation with respect to x. The right side is easy. The derivative of x is just 1. On the left side, we must use the chain rule. We take the derivative of the outer function f, keep the inside the same, and multiply it by the derivative of the inside function, which is the derivative of f inverse. Finally, we isolate the term we are looking for. By dividing both sides by f prime of f inverse of x, we arrive at the general formula. The derivative of the inverse function at x is equal to 1 over the derivative of the original function, evaluated at f inverse of x. It is crucial to understand where we evaluate the derivative. Notice the formula does not say 1 over f prime of x, it says 1 over f prime of f inverse of x. This means, if we want the slope of the inverse at x equals b, we need to look at the slope of the original function at the corresponding point, which is a. Let's apply this to a simple example. Let f of x equal x squared, so its inverse is the square root of x. We know the derivative of x squared is 2x. To find the derivative of the inverse at 4, we first find the inverse of 4, which is 2. Then, we plug 2 into our derivative 2x to get 4. The final answer is the reciprocal, 1 over 4. This formula is incredibly powerful for finding new derivatives. Consider the natural logarithm, which is the inverse of e to the x. Using our formula, the derivative of natural log x is 1 over the derivative of e to the power of natural log x. Since e and natural log cancel out, we get the famous result, 1 over x. To summarize, the derivative of an inverse function is the reciprocal of the derivative of the original function. Remember the geometric link. Reflecting a graph swaps the rise and run, turning slope m into slope 1 over m. This formula is the key to unlocking derivatives for logarithms, arcsine, arccosine, and more.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.